I'm recording.
Okay. So when you have your bridle, I use a bitless, but if you use a bitted bridle, same thing. You want the action of your bridle on the horse's face. So I don't want to have my rope halter on first, because it might upset the action of my bridle. So we'd put that on first, and then we could put a rope halter over the top. Drop your head. So we can put the rope halter over the top of the bridle like this. And to tie this correctly, it doesn't get tied up here. I see a lot of people tying up here. It can come off that way if you were to lunge off of it, not just sitting on its head, but it comes down like this, behind like a D, and then through. So the actual knot's getting anchored between here and here, not above it. And this is going away from the eye. So I just want to make sure this is free, and the action is free here. My reins are underneath it. So make sure my reins are free. And then somebody asked about if they need to lunge their horse, what do they do with these reins? They didn't want to tie them up on the horn, which you could, you know, tie them up on the horn, but if the horse trips and you have a bit or this, you're really going to jerk on his face. So what you can do is you can loop them through here to where they have a lot of play, to where if he trips that they can give a little bit and not be tied hard and fast, and yet they can be out of your way. You can anchor them on either side like that. So then when I want to go to lunge, to add this to my rope halter right down here, and I would, when I'm riding actually, or this is how I'm going to keep it out of the way. So I'm going to put it up here, take a twist, and I don't want it hanging on the ground. So that's good for me, and I can use it to slap back here if I want. I'll show you that again. You just take it, put it around your horn, however long you want it, take a twist, however many you need. And then if you need to get off and work your horse, or go through something, then you can lunge them. You have them on your halter here, you can lunge them, you know, or go through a stream back. I don't have to have the rope halter on my equipment. Instead, I usually don't ride with this anymore. I just will put it on my bitless bridle on the halter ring right there. But I really don't like to tie off of that, and then again dally, because then if he breaks it, I'm breaking an expensive bitless bridle. So, well, it's not that expensive. It's $115 for the Western one, but I don't want to break my bridle, so you can bring and tie off of here. So that's how I do it. And then one more thing: if your reins, if these were solid reins, okay, and not split, and we wanted to tie them, a continuous rein, and we didn't want to put it over the horn, so if the horse tripped, he's going to be banging his face, or if we want to let our horse graze, which some people don't want to, but I let mine when I get out, I'll use this. And that's not tied hard and fast, but yet he can't step on the reins, and he can get his head down and not step on the reins. Whoops, did that come off? And not step on the reins. Put your head down. Okay, because I have this keeping the reins up, but not tied really hard. So he has more liberty with his head. So that's what this is for. When I'm riding, I stopped. I don't want to have to babysit these reins. I just do that. Okay. Hope it helps.